Hey everybody, welcome back to more wargame, to more wheel action. Last time we had a blurst Soviet Marine 1980s, which really wasn't good. We still managed to win, but let's be real here. We were very fortunate that we went up against somebody who has never played ranked before. Had plenty of games in wargame, right? Over 4,000, which is quite a lot. But clearly we're inexperienced in 1v1s. Either way, let's see what we're gonna roll this time. And I made sure that the weights on the cats are correct this time around. Alrighty. Japan. Japan. Okay. What did we have last time around when we had Japan? Japan. Support. Oh, I think I'm starting to remember now. We had the Hell in a Very Small Place game. There's some good stuff in here, like Hudo Ren, Light Infantry and support in the WAPCs, Hachinanas. There's some good stuff in here. It's really the tanks. Honestly, if it wasn't for the absolutely horrendous tank type, some support decks, even without just having to like spam 7 cards of artillery or something, wouldn't be that bad. But at the end of the day, they'd be kind of in a similar spot like some armor decks, where they're basically just worse mech decks, I guess. Alright, so if we roll support, we will reroll. Let me just remove this from my... There you go. Excuse me. Early in the morning on a Good Friday. It's a holiday in Germany, fortunately, so don't have to work and can set work, quote unquote, on my very important YouTube career here. Alright, no, okay, well, we're gonna reroll. I said that before. I'm just gonna leave it on there to keep the weights the same, so I don't have to bother with anything. Mo Airborne, ooh. Might not be that bad. You get the HMVs for ground transports. But I don't think they're Cat C. I don't even know if they're Cat B. Well, we will see. Oh, please. No. Why would you do that to me? 2 times in a row, Cat C? We're due for no Cat C. Either way, alright. Well, this is Airborne and this is Cat C. Season 2. Not looking forward to this. Not looking forward to this at all. Okay, well, we can't do Cat C. I'm gonna reroll. But just, it's a Cat A or Cat C, thank God. Sorry, Cat B. So I'm gonna leave this on again to keep the weights the same. And I'm just gonna roll until I get either Cat B or Cat A. Now you could say, oh, well, in that case, take the next oldest thing, which would be Cat B, but in that case, screw you. Let's go! I think it's best to keep it this way. Just as soon as something is not valid, just re-roll, right? Instead of taking the next best thing. I think that's... We do this for the type as well, right? So instead of going like, oh, and get head gaze, take the next spec, no, we just re-roll completely. I think that's fair. But maybe I'm just saying that because I'm benefiting this time around. But, at the same time, let's be real. Last time, when I messed up the weights, I got punished by rolling. That's the second time in a row where both times I messed up the weights and I rolled from Cat A into Cat C, okay? I think we might need all the HMVs somewhere else, so I don't think we can afford to run this. Hayata, it's 10 HP, which is neat. Oh, we probably get the Riken Hachinana as well, I just realized. Ooh, that's really good. That is really good. Alright, Udoren are a must. Chu-Mat are a must. Like ground transports. I'm not sure if I'm ever gonna run. One card is probably still good, just to have like... And again, for 20 points I can get those? right? If I want some acceptable AT, sure, they have a lot less AP, but a lot more range. So defensively, they're probably still better. I'm not sure if I really need any of those. Butane 90, they're pretty solid. They're not amazing. They have an assault rifle, but also the mini-mid. They're pretty good. Especially because you don't get Tokyo-onsa as they're South Korean. They're gonna be quite important. Out of you in a helicopter, why not? We need to heli-drop something. Base Kute are still... They used to be bugged. Well, not bugged. Actually, yes. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Maybe some of you remember. It used to showcase 80% accuracy on the SAT card, right? Which was only a display bug. So first what happened is they had a base accuracy of 80% and a CQC accuracy of 40%, right? SMGs get essentially a CQC bonus of twice the accuracy, right? The base accuracy doubles. The way the game does it is essentially it's basically a separate weapon which has a maximum range of like 15 meters or something, and the quote-unquote normal weapon has a minimum range of 50 meters, something like that. That's how they do it in Wargame, which is, pretty neat, pretty elegant, I'd say. Either way, what Eugen did is, the first time around, I don't know when that happened, it's very long ago, they actually messed up the accuracy values, where the CQC weapon had 40% base accuracy and stabilizer, and the non-CQC weapon had 80% accuracy and stabilizer, but the stat card displayed the accuracy values of the CQC weapon. So it looked like it was correct, but it wasn't. Then they fixed it by correcting the accuracies, but then on the set card it showed 80% accuracy and stabilizer, and then eventually it got fixed again to like proper values. Pretty funny, honestly. Yeah, but I'm not sure how much I would really need them. Like here's the thing, right? Even at the cheapest, it's 35 versus 40 points, which is this is not a big deal, right? You also don't have a great MG. The SMG is not bad to have on elites, especially for towns, but I think I'd rather have the Mini-Me and the Carl Gustav for 5 points. So I don't think I need those at all. Let's add one of you in a helicopter. We have many slots to fill. We get the Tansum? We get the Tansum, yeah. We don't even really need man pads. We should probably still put them in, but they're not really necessary. And I don't mind using the HMVs for other stuff. Like, maybe these guys? I mean, once you get only wheel transports, those 5 points aren't nearly as big of a deal anymore, right? 25 versus 30. I think I'm gonna put a card in there, and I think I'm still gonna put in a card of these just to like fill towns with something, right? Sometimes all you care for is having some kind of infantry, right? We have something to helo drop. They're not great, but I think I want both cards of the QT90 and the HMV, so I don't want... If I had a third card available, I would probably use the third card in the KV-107. I'll reorder this in a second. We get absolutely no support assets other than AA. Honestly, I'd rather have AA than like a Lars or something. Not even M41s. Interesting. Ninja, we can probably up at 3, should be enough. Get a Chugata for you. Hachinanas are gonna be crucial to have any kind of ground presence. Chu-Mat vehicle is okay. Renzo is funny, and this is also funny. We should have this activation points to fill this entire thing. If not, we can always remove some. They're not important. Chugata for you should be good enough. I'll be honest, this could come in handy, actually. Just like being able... Let's say we're playing a nuclear winter, right? Or something like that, where a flank is just a wide open field. Flop one down, it's just gonna deal with like a single Hachinano or something along those lines, trying to sneak through. For 40 points, that's good enough for me. F-15J on elite, 3 of them, that's actually quite good. I think we're just gonna use every plane here, right? Could put you on elite, we don't need that many of you. F1 is funny. 3 versus 4. The elite does a lot for the plane. But it's our only anti-tank plane. Useless napalm plane. I'm not sure how I feel about upweighting the F1. On the one hand, right, upweighting does a lot. We lose like 25% of the card. On the other hand, it's not the most survivable plane. And we have like no seed or the like. But on the other hand, it's because of its low HE value, it's very inconsistent against like single targets if you don't bet it up. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of situation, I feel. Let me just reorder this. Alright, we still have 5 activation points. Might as well put in a second card of these, because what else are we gonna put in? Supply healer. Last time I said I actually kind of would like one, so let's put one in. Alright. This is gonna be our deck. I think we used up all of our HMVs. We did. Let me reorder this. I want the helicopter-borne infantry on. I think I'll downward you actually. On the left, then I want these bad boys, then I want these bad boys. I don't think I need to downward any of these. Unihilo. You can up those for sure, and unit ground transport downwarded. Tank type, everything else looks fine. I don't think any of these are really. This isn't very good at all. If it had good range, even with only 13 AP, I would take it, I think. Like if it had like 24-50 meters range or something like that. It has horrible range, I'm pretty sure also a horrible speed. It's essentially like a Malyutka, but probably worse. I think the Malyutka is 15 AP if I'm not mistaken. I would actually consider it because you can just spam those out. Honestly, maybe I should consider this for 15 points. I will not need many of these. We have Hachinano for wheel stuff. I'm actually let's give this a shot. There might be situations where I want this. It still has like good range, right? It's not the slowest missile either, if I'm not mistaken. The same missile as it is on the Hachikyushiki IFV. Let's give it a shot. Oh no, we have filled everything here. We don't need that many Cobras. Cobras are tough to rely on for like offensive usage, so 5 is probably enough anyway. Alright, I'll see you in a second once we find a ranked game. Alright, now I didn't mention this at the start of the video, but I have a new microphone. So, if there's issues or something weird, let me know. Let me also know if it sounds better or like there's less background. Like you should hopefully or ideally not nearly hear as much of my keyboard anymore in the background and stuff like that. So any feedback, be it positive, be it negative, feel free to leave it in the comments. Okay. You're against second lieutenant, unfortunately. But who knows? Maybe they only just started ranked and they're actually really good and they're on a win streak. Plunging again. This side again. Well, I say again, last time we had Highway, but the game before we had this map as well. I don't know why it didn't take over the order, did it? I'm pretty sure I had these guys in between there. It's a bit weird. Sometimes Yujin does that. Maybe like this here as well, right? It always puts these. I had the ninja first. I don't know why. Sometimes it takes over the order you put in. Sometimes it doesn't. I don't know how it works. Maybe like groups things together. So in Recon it always groups infantry first or something like that. I have no idea. Either way, at least the plane type is correct. And support type. So we want the ninja. Also get like an OH6. Let's try to land just to keep to get the foothold here. Get some Hans in there. Get some Chu-Mats. Could get like an AA piece. I'm not sure if I need one. Hachinanas. Chu-Mat-ing, in case we actually have to fight something properly. Let's also land with the Chu-Mat. Like immediately landed here maybe. On the left, let's get some Hans. Let's try to land with this and let's try to land with that. On the one hand, right, these things can get sniped very easily by a simple plane. On the other hand, there's so many helicopters, you can't snipe everything. This is why I started with more OH6s. They're fast, and they're hopefully the first thing, if there's a plane like that, the plane will shoot at. Let's spread some of these around, like in this area here. Second CV would be neat. I hate starting with the helicopter-borne CV for this part, but Don't really have another option unless I remove something. And I'd need 10 points to get the ground-based CV. Which I do not have. I'm thinking. Whatever, it is what it is. It is what it is. Oh yeah, we know that our opponent is playing blue for as well. Because we're playing red, while being blue for ourselves. It didn't say anything, but well, it said good luck. There you go. Chivalry isn't that? I told you to unload. There you go. The KV-107 isn't the greatest transport helicopter because it takes relatively long to unload. Alright. Cobras, it's US probably, or Blue Moto, or Blue Mixed, or something like that. Fortunately, can't really shoot our helicopters. Okay, that's NORAD. Yep, NORAD. Coyote is a prototype. It's the Bushmaster Recon prototype. Looks like unspec to me. Could be Moto actually. The Cobra is upvetted, and I'm pretty sure you get the combat in Moto. It's also upvetted. Or gets 3 veterancy. It's hard to say, right? But no, it's unspec. It's Bradley's. Abrams's, okay. Let's get some. Okay, there's still the coyotes I'd like to kill. An Avenger. He's trying to be cheeky. He's trying to be really cheeky with it, huh? Okay, okay. Okay, please get in there. Why do you not get in there? Intruder, you don't see that very often. What's that? Another intruder, okay. Fortunately, we have like lots of HMVs and some stuff that we can't really make use of, so we can just spread them around. But I feel like I'm getting bum rushed down here, so I should be careful about that actually. Excuse me for that. Let's get some Prinzos. They die fast, but they have such a burst that you're still alive. That's funny. Phantom. Yeah, I need you to unload back in there. And you in there, and you in there. Probably also get an ASF. Oh, unload. There you go, okay. Good Chu-Mat, very good Chu-Mat. Very good Chu-Mat, again. I don't know how you could miss that. But you did. Unfortunately, you just immediately get spotted. And the Cobra just deletes you, which is sad. Okay, I have to unload. You're not gonna get into the bush fast enough. Leopard C2. We can kill the marksman. Okay, we can. There you go. That's good. What I wanted. Actually, pretty close. But we should be fine now. Interesting rush here. Okay, there's still... There you go. We found you. Oh, H1 has died. Oh, the phantoms. Right. They're still alive. Please kill this. Got line of sight. I think I should be safe if I keep moving this way. There's a bunch of stingers, that's pretty funny. Actually, go on, keep moving, keep moving. There you go. Another intruder. Oh shit. Oh, you're still alive. Okay, this is still quite a dangerous situation to be in. That's the Avenger. That's Chu-Mat. What? Okay, let's get a spare CV. I don't want to have to move this CV there. There's still like a damaged Abrams in here. Might not have line of sight. Yeah, I was about to say it doesn't have line of sight on the HMVs, but on the Hachinanas. Well, he gambled in the wrong position here where I'd move my CV. If he was correct that I moved my CV this way, my CV would be dead. Oh, that was a Razzmann 90. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. But even if he killed my CV here, did he have a CV with it? He didn't have a CV with it, right? I had his 2-point CV. Yeah, alright. I mean, you know, fair enough. I don't usually mind like these rushes. That's fair enough. It was close one, but I still had my second CV, right? So that it helped, or would have helped with Chu-Mats and such. But it actually, it admittedly would have been difficult to get that CV back into my base. Because he still had this rifleman and a couple of infantry squads there, right? And I actually, sorry, the Abrams and a couple of infantry squads there, right? But actually would have been not. It would have been really difficult, and I might have actually lost my CV there because again, it would have been really difficult to get this CV back. And I wasn't aware of that one Abrams still being alive, as you saw, right? When I lost my closed arrow, my short arrow, I should say. Yeah. He's not wrong. No luck. He had bombed here instead of there when he's after he spotted my CV, would have potentially won the game for sure. If I had been much faster with my Hachinanas, though, and it got into his base, right? Let's see if he had base defense. He also could have lost, like, earlier, right? So, in a sense, it goes back. Usually, it goes base both ways. Usually, I'm actually pretty reasonable with my responses of these rushes. This time, I actually really... It took me, like, up until, like, roughly now, where I'm like, oh shit, he's actually trying to go for my base, huh? Where I still had those sending after them, because I thought, okay, he's just heavily pushing here. I didn't expect that. Not a lot of, like, very fortified positions here. I definitely should have... Oh, yeah, okay, so the other thing is, I also was, like, not sure, does he actually go from waves or just go for alpha, right? So this is why I sent these here first, as opposed to, like, this building. Had I immediately realized that he's only interested in my base, which honestly makes sense, they would have immediately sent those Chu-Mat down there, which also would have helped a bit. But I sent him here, had him unloaded, blah blah blah. That took a lot of time. And yeah, the intruders are just not the best bombers for sniping like that. That's unfortunate. Like, they have 12 bombs and all that, but in this case, even though it's bad, the artwork with the 12 bombs would have been better because it has a much bigger spread and you don't need much to kill a 5 HP squad, right? And that's all he had left. And then, yeah, he had literally no base defense, right? If I had just realized things faster, I also would have gotten that, right? So, luck goes both ways, I suppose. Well, that was a fast one. Yeah, let's queue up for another one, shall we? Oh, so far again! Oh, they were quite difficult in the past, right? Alright. Just gotta stretch here. We are playing against blue as well. They think they played blue Modo in the past. On the one hand, this is actually kind of decent map for airborne. On the other hand, we're not a good airborne deck, right? I definitely want to try to take control over this. Chu-Mats are gonna be really good here though, if we can't get them in good positions. Start with you, get a ninja, and some OH6s. Try to land you there. Again, let's immediately also try to land like a Chu-Mat and the one of you. With that. Do I try to push up here? I could. I could definitely try that. Give it a shot with like a squad maybe. Just to annoy him a bit maybe. It's still an investment, like 100 points there. We'll see. Alright, spread some Chu-Mats around if we want some there. So I think the plan is we try to get this. Not lose that, just hold here. And then win this part by just pincering from the sides there. So that's the idea, I suppose. Whether it's gonna work or not is a whole different story. Get you from it, you can cover a lot of area against helicopters from there. Get Hachinanas. Get some Mitsubishis. Not a Chu-Mat, some Kutei. Not having any mortars or any way to make smoke is also gonna be annoying, but I guess that makes these, now that I think about it, more important, so I have something to like just, even if it's not very cheap, at least somewhat cheap to just meet shield if need be. Get a Ricken squad in mid, I suppose. Get some Hans as well, maybe. Yeah, alright. Good luck and fun. You're not there. No Chu-Mats are not there. You stay back here for now. Alright. Oh, it's the Blue Dragons as well. That's funny. with a ninja. Oh, we killed the ninja? That's the ninja that I think. No, that's my OH6, I think. You know what? Stay back there. There's still the Cobra. Nice, we killed you. Get a CV. Get you. The ninja's gonna spot it otherwise. And low before it's too late. No idea if he's pushing mid. Certainly kind of feels like it. Sorry, not mid, Bravo. Good Chu-Mat. Very good Chu-Mat. Is this Moto? No, probably not, right? Either way, let's get some of you in there. Oh, that was one of my... No, I moved this there for some reason. Thought I lost one of them. Spread them around. He still has a ninja, I don't want to sneak around. Tokionsa. There was also cute Uroku WAPC. What's he doing? Good. K200s. Okay. He's moving back. K1A1. Wait, is he just playing No, he has Chu-Mat. K1A1 you don't see very often. Put another Chu-Mat down here. Get an F1. This Peace Pheasant? Saber. It's actually a very good unit for that. Go for the Kyorokus. Oh, K1 is visible again. Kyorokus would also be a good kill because they didn't demolish infantry, right? Bit of PSM down here. Actually good opener for us. Blue Dragons can really struggle with like light vehicle spam. This is why I hate playing with Blue Dragons against Moto. It can be so frustrating to deal with stuff like that. Like Baltic Moto was like a nightmare matchup for this deck. Trying to dispatch like Moto infantry and all that from like town positions and such. Hog spam would be really frustrating to deal with. Just spread these around as like meat shields, if you will. Ninja is still there. That's an infantry CV in here, okay. A UH6 CP. And that veterancy. I think 2v1 I should win, right? Especially with my veterancy. Nice, thanks for the supply. Move the ninja here. You in that building, get more hands. Get the K1A1. I want you to stay in the... Oh, that's good. You're still in the forest and you can still fight us. Great. Very good hit. You got killed. The other tanks hit twice. God damn it. It's a new K1. K1A1 is an odd choice. I'm not a fan of the tank. 18 armor for the price is not great. Come on, I believe in you. I shouldn't have believed in you. Your disappointment. Those sabers are gonna be really annoying. I need ASFs. Crit? Ah. Ninja! Ah. Okay, reload the ninja while we're at it. Be a pain there. Get some Chu-Mats on here as well. Might as well. And just get another squad in here. Honestly, just drive it back to the top. You're fast. Okay, you're dead. Yeah. Alright, we had a good start. I think we need to keep the pressure up though, because otherwise we can't really allow him to catch a break, you know? Thanks for the supplies, I appreciate it. Not a K1A1. Not good choice of tank. You want base K1s in this case. Either he doesn't run it, which would be weird. Or maybe doesn't fully realize what deck he's up against. Okay, those were Gustavs, I think. Either way, there's proper squads in there. Gonna be tough to get in there. So if possible, I think we should try to keep the spread you a bit around so a single saber doesn't bully you. Should try to keep the fight in this area with more open fields, I think. And I think also really try to annoy him there. Okay, what's the... Put you in this building for now. Pisam here, Chu-Mat there. Another Chu-Mat. Another Pisam. Get a supply helo. Try to be really annoying over this on this part, alright? Like he spawns here, basically not allowing him to do anything there. Or if he wants to make it really expensive for him to dispatch my stuff. I think that should be our plan. Oh, you took damage. From what? 3 HE shell? From something. Okay, 200. Service. Okay. More KFVs, we need more Chu-Mats. Maybe some of these guns as well. Sabers again. Oh, I was trying to go for my Tansam. Alright, understandable. Okay, we killed it at least. Not having any smoke is so annoying. Maru? Oh, I lost the ninja. Oh, he had a Tansam there. Frick. I need a Chu-Mat over there. I need a piece over there. I have 16C. Oh, this is falling apart. Took a look at that. You have 1 HP. Yeah, that's peak. Couldn't have let it die like that. Get one of the supply trucks over here. He doesn't have much there. What's this veteran? Those are probably Tokyo-onsa. Okay. Maybe get an F-15J. Not this guy. I don't even speak Japanese. Oh, he wants to spot my Kutei with this ninja. You're taking +1 though, so that is good. Slowly pushing back, but we didn't kill much of its expensive force, right? The Kyumaru is still alive. The other K1A one is also still alive. And it's awkward for us to kill that stuff. Oh, careful there. But they use like only 2 rounds of their Kagusa-s. They carry like 6 each. But it's a Kyumaru shooting at us. I only have one F1 left, right? Ooh. Yeah. They're relatively easy to kill. And they also have to dive in deep. This is close to the air spawn. Needed to be more careful with that. I have nothing against these. I could send these 2 over. They'll probably do the job. No artillery either, right? This is empty now. Maybe some more Geomats, just spam them around. Get a new ninja as well, now that I think about it. No, you attack that. Spot up to the plateau. And there's the spam. You know what? I'm gonna turn these off for now. Put them on 2. I don't want them to use their ammo on these K200s, right? That's a side shot. Not a side shot. Bam! Kyumaru dead. Micro didn't do anything because it was first. He wouldn't have shot at the K200s anyway. He was just badly the Geomats hit. Would you look at that? Oh, they could get a side shot. Yeah, they need long to reload though. Quite long to reload. I should get another one of you over here. But look at the Chu-Mats go, man. Nice, good kill. Oh, you know what I'll do? Okay. This could... I wanna bomb this. But I think I shouldn't. Keep making things annoying for him. Get this Korean supply truck that I stole. Supply my stuff. Get stuff, just fill the stuff with infantry. Oh, okay, now he has heavy artillery. That's gonna be annoying. If I can just get one medium range missile off, and potentially hit, that'd already be enough. Oh, not enough. Move you away, see if we can get you out of there alive before you die. Might as well resupply you as well. If more geomats there. Pick this up. You're still turned off. Okay, if we dead, get a Cobra here. It's gonna be protected by. Okay, hold on. We need to sideshot this K1A1. Oh, I'm not sure if it's gonna be fast enough with the bush there. Oh, he's turning around. He's. Why are you reversing? Oh, I think he was trying to reverse here, but he's on the bridge, so he couldn't like reverse. He had to get off the bridge first. Oh, horrible reaction from our opponent to our benefit. Right, he wanted to reverse this way, but he was on the bridge, so he had to get off the bridge first. Right, he couldn't like turn front armor towards me. GG, Chu-Mat for the win. Let's go. Let's go. Oof, that's a rough one. Probably still one of the quote-unquote easier decks when it comes to other top decks to go up against. But because, you know, they don't have to, you know, again, Baltic, for example, is a prime example. Hog spam, KTs everywhere. That would have been the, like, nightmare. And Blue Dragons, they can really struggle against, like, infantry array, infantry ATGMs here and there, right? Sure, they have K200s and KAFVs, but they don't. They, for example, they really lack efficient and fast and consistent ways to deal with like single infantry squads, like being positioned somewhere. Again, Hog Spam is really good. Something like a K9 Thunder kind of works, but it's expensive. It takes time, right? It takes a lot of time to get the value back against a deck like this and stuff like that, right? Okay, but it was really good that my opponent did push on the left. On the one hand, of course, they kind of had to, because it couldn't just let me sit there and potentially push his 2-pointer with like an infantry-focused deck. But at the end of the day, it kind of played out more or less how I wanted it to. I still wanted to push a bit on the right, and I'm gonna look at that in a second, but Chu-Mat-ing, they're so good. They're so good, dude. Oh, I love them. We're Colonel now, look at that. It was also good, I think, that we got this side. And again, the other side, this side might have, sorry, this side, right? This side might have not been that bad as well, right? With having this, we can put on very good pressure onto Foxtrot as well. A lot of open field to push it would be awkward. Pounds here. Defending Alpha would have been really easy for us, I think. I'm not sure. This side is probably still better, I'd say. But I think for our deck, the other side is not nearly as quote-unquote worse as it usually would be. I'm not sure. Hard for me to say. Then again, though, this side makes it much easier to disrupt like the spawn area here, right? We can't really do the same thing. I mean, sure, you can get here, but it takes much longer. It's a lot more awkward, right? Doing it from my side, much easier. And like getting control of this helps a lot with keeping control over Foxtrot as well, right? Gaining control over this part of the river basically does nothing for you. But this is still like a very good showcase of it's not just the zones that matter, right? By denying him this reinforcement route, we always knew he was gonna come from that. It helped a lot, right? And he had to push down here because with not having this position, not having this safe, means you can't really push into here or the town from that angle as well, at least not as easily. I think this was a decent showcase of just how important positioning is. He was very defensive. I guess he was really expecting a push there. Those were Hudo ran after all, not Tokyonsa. They were just updated. I guess that range isn't Carl Gustav range quite, right? You'd probably be like here or something. Yeah, our opponent playing it defensive here first. Hold on, I need to double check that. Did they think that I was gonna push up there? I wanna see what they spotted. Like, they spotted the Tansam there, right? Maybe they thought I was gonna push up here, and that's why they rerouted some stuff there. They were really slow with their initial force, which allowed me to take this position here, right? Which helped so much. It helped so much. Also, what was that in the W? Oh, he uses Chu-Mat in them. Okay, that explains it. I was like constantly expecting there to be another Recon squad, a Japanese one, or a Hudo-Ren, because I saw the WAPC. I didn't realize he would take Chu-Mat in them. Okay, he spotted this. Interesting. Did he plan to push down here? Did he stop that because he spotted that there? Hard for me to say. Either way, had our opponent immediately pushed into Golf, game probably would have ended quite differently, right? Because him just taking so long, giving us the town quote unquote for free, right? It helped so much. And yeah, the infantry CV was in there. Okay, so we had two Ren squads. I was considering bombing with the Kai, right? The thing with the Kai is it's not inherently horrible, it's just not great, and he would have gotten a bit lucky. But I think if he had actually gotten the kill off, it would have given us a lot of good stuff, like a potential pressure, right? There's two M36s, sure. They could have really ruined our day if they hit our HMVs that were moving up. If I didn't load them fast enough. Okay, I want to see if I force him to invest some more stuff into here. He moves some stuff over, but I don't think he buys new stuff. You wanna stay deep in the forest, so the ninja is gonna have trouble spotting you, and the H1J doesn't have line of sight on you. I also didn't want to stay here because I thought they were Tokionsa and they would spot me at the edge of the forest. Kyumaru was like the worst buy he could do though. Like, I don't know. I guess our opponent just didn't realize what I was playing. But not a great buy. Not a great buy at all. The double side shot was huge, of course. Yeah, I want to see where they place the K1. They place it here. They might, and I probably didn't realize it would drive like this. Also, helicopter supply coming in clutch. And that, oh, chef's kiss. Another showcase by the K1A1, I'm not a fan. Not great front armor for the price. Not great side armor either. Wait, did I? That only has 9. Oh, did I? Huh? Was it a rear shot? It must have been a rear shot then, because I think it was full HP, right? I mean, it could have been a crit. You can still crit with ATGMs and such. I don't know. Either way, Chu-Mats were the goats this game. Yeah. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed it. And I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye.